Hey guys, welcome to Traditional Bow Hunting and Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkovic. Today we're going to take a quick second and talk about inflatable air mattresses for camping. Whether you're hunting or just family camping, doesn't matter what it is. These things are very valuable. We're going to explain why, some of the things you need to know about them, and some of the misconceptions and some of the best ones to buy out there. Now we use a ton of these. I think we have 2 or 3 queen size ones, which that is. I have 5 of these single size ones. We got twin size. We got tons of these things. I've been sleeping on them for the last 25 years. I love them. They have a lot of advantages. Now, where they really shine is the size and the speed of them and the comfort factor. Matter of fact, both my wife and my daughter would much rather sleep on an air mattress rather than sleep on a cot. They prefer these. They are incredibly comfortable and they're just fantastic to have, but they also compact up very nice. And as you see somewhere down here, I'm going to be running a video that's going to show when I just blew these ones up. I just bought these 2 here, our new ones. Our queen, one of the queen ones we ended up giving away to somebody that needed one, and not give it away, but let them borrow it and never got it back. And then another one that we had one of these queens and 2 of these little singles. This isn't even a twin, but 2 of these singles that I had that a mouse got into and they chewed right through them. So they are not expensive, not at all. This is like a $15, this is like 15 bucks, this is like 20 bucks. They're not expensive. They are built very, very well, especially if you buy Intex brand, okay? Intex, which I'll put links in the description down below this video. If you click on the little arrow next to the title, it'll drop down the menu. You'll see all kinds of stuff there, and there'll be links to it. But Intex builds the best stuff, in my opinion, and again, I've been using them for many, many years. My boats, my rubber boats that I use, that I show you guys, I've done videos on, are made by Intex. My air mattresses, we've had other brands. Intex is always the one we come back to and we keep on using. So for me, Intex, period. I don't buy anything else. I'm not interested in anything else. They build the fastest pumps. For hand pumps, if you're using them for a boat, there's a lot of things there. Intex is a fantastic company, and they got inflatable kayaks that'll hold up to everything you can imagine. Like I said, they know inflatables, and they do them very well. In probably, I would venture to say, probably 400 nights of sleeping on an air mattress made by Intex, never once has my butt went through and touched the ground, have I ran low on air to where I got uncomfortable, or have I popped it. Never one time in an Intex mattress in all these years has it ever been an issue. Now, some of the things that you need to know about them and you want to look for, the advantages. They are not heavy, okay? These are not, now you may not want to take this on a sheep hunt, okay, a backpacking sheep hunt. You're probably going to take a pad because it's more comfortable, or more lighter weight. But these are very compact, and this weighs next to nothing. I don't know. I'm going to venture to say it's about a pound, maybe a pound and a half. Guessing, maybe a pound and a half. Weighs about as much as probably a. It weighs less than a 2 liter pop, maybe about a 1 liter pop. You know, there's probably specs on it. Maybe you can look on the description if you want, but it's not heavy. But what's nice about these is these are perfect for a one-man size, and again, I'll put links down below for these, but they are also, it's coated on the back here, so you really have this protection factor on there. That's a nice feature. That's not rubber. It's got like a nylon, almost like a Cordura coating on there, so you can really beat these things up. And then you got almost kind of like a plush velvety top on there, which is going to help keep everything from sliding around on there and keep you kind of stuck and locked in there. These are very nice mattresses. The one downside to a single like this particular one, where when you get into the twins, you get into the folds, you get into a queen like this, you're going to get multi-functional valves on them, which I'll show you. This one does not have that. This is like your pool toy blow up, wherever my valve is on here, right here. But if you look at that valve right there by my finger, it is your standard mouth type valve, which means when you go to deflate this, it's going to take a while for it to deflate. Where with one of these, I can unhook that whole valve and open up a hole that big and let air just fly right out of it. So it's kind of one of the downsides of these, but they pack down to about nothing. I mean, this thing is just super small. I mean, when you fold it down, it's a square about that thick and about that big. It is so nice and compact and lightweight. And again, they will work perfectly through the night. I have never had a problem with one of these. I've used them for 2 weeks straight long hunts on a caribou hunt. I've used them on bear hunts. I've used them deer hunting. I've used them camping. I use these things for everything. What's nice, you don't even need a pillow. It comes with it. It's already built right into it. So these are fantastic, and they are dirt cheap. Like I said, 10, 11, 12 bucks. They're not expensive. Very functional, very easy. And like I said, now blowing any of these up, doesn't matter what it is, whether it's that style or a queen. This one here, another Intex, which you can see the name right there, Intex. This one is a queen size. So this is a queen size bed, basically. Bottom side, top side. It's got that velvet on there. Again, keeps you from kind of sliding all over the place. And these hold that people go to, I hear a lot of people say, well, with an air mattress, you're going to get cold. No, you don't. They actually trap the air inside of here. Your heat radiates in here, traps inside that air, and it keeps you comfortable. You do not get cold. They're not like sleeping in a cot without having a sleeping pad under it. It's a totally different thing. The air is trapped in here, so it stays warm like that, and it keeps you comfortable. I've never got cold on an air mattress, so don't believe any of that stuff. But these here, this is a queen size bed, so it's a fantastic setup. And the valve on here is a quick release valve. Let me spin it. We are doing this inside because I wanted to do videos today and get this done, but outside it's been raining. Now it's actually starting to slow down a little bit, but everything's soaking wet out there, so we're just doing it in here impromptu style. But with this valve, this is a multi-channel, multi-functional valve. I can take this valve and pull out just a cap and fill it like that. I can pull out the inner cap and fill it to another big one, or I can pull out the whole thing and drain it and do what I want. So it's nice giving you those options for how to run this thing and be able to blow it up fast. Again, somewhere in here is a little inset video of showing you. I think this took me about probably a minute and a half to blow it up. That is the beauty of these air mattresses, okay? So in a minute and a half, I have a bed for 2 people. So me and my wife can be on, we have our beds. No packing multiple cots, which I have a cot right here as well too. I'm going to do a video on this one pretty soon, but this is a pretty compact cot, all right? But this cot, 2 of these, all the weight, all the space, all that kind of stuff, not that they're bad cots, but right here is a super comfortable 2-person bed. Here is another one. Here is one of our other queens. Okay, this is it right here. This is the size that folds up to, okay? That big. Think about how nice that is. That is a 2-people bed set up right there, lightweight, compact, convenient, and easy, and it fits in the tents really well. So it's a great setup for that. You will want a pump, okay? You will want to have a pump. I like the Airhead models a lot. That's what this is right here. This one is a 12-volt version. See, so it goes into the cigarette lighter of my car, right there into that 12-volt plug in my car, and these things work super, super fast, and they give me different tubes or different setups based on what kind of connection I want to run. These are not expensive. They are dirt cheap, and they last forever. Look how beat up that is. I've been using this one for many years, and like I said, they'll make short work of that and blow that up in just a minute or two. I also have a plug-in-a-wall one, which I have down here on the ground, as you see in the video, that I use to plug it up. It's another Airhead model. Same exact thing. Only difference is that one plugs in the house. So when we have guests come over and we want to blow these up and use them for more people to have sleeping space, I use that one that stays in the house. I plug it in the wall, blow this up. When I'm in camp, we use the one that we plug it in the car, blow this thing up. We're done in a matter of a minute or two. I can blow this up way quicker than I can set up a cot. Okay, that's a nice feature. Same with any one of these things. They blow up quicker than you can imagine. So the air mattresses are fantastic. Now, when you buy one, when you read reviews, you hear a lot of people say, I bought this thing and it leaked air the first night. Okay, read the directions. Okay, they come with directions specifically. Read them. They will tell you on there. All of them say this. When you first get it and blow it up and leave it blown up for 2 days. In your house or in a spare room, but leave it blown up. Even if you leave it standing like this, leave it blown up. And then about every, tomorrow morning, if I blew this up now and left it, it's 8 o'clock at night. If I were to leave this tomorrow morning, I would want to blow more air into this because you have to stretch the material. This stuff has never been used before. It's brand new. It's going to stretch, and then you think it's sagging. You think you're squishing down into it. You think that it's losing air or it's leaking. It's not. the material is actually stretching. So what you do is you blow it up, then about 10 hours later, 8 hours, or whenever you see it getting low, plug your pump in and blow it up again. Do that for a day and a half or 2 days. Leave it there so that it can stretch out. Once you've done that, it's set. It's done. You'll never have to do it again. It's like anything. People buy, I love when they buy a tent and they take a tent outside and they go, oh my God, I got soaking wet in this tent. But they never learned that you have to season a tent. You have to get it wet first. You have to let the threads soak up with water, expand, and fill that. And it people blow my mind with not reading directions. So these things, like I said, have never let me down in all these years. But with Intex or with any of them, blow them up first, make sure you got it taken care of. Now to take them down, it is pretty simple. Again, now the downside to this one here, this style, and it kind of bums me because my other ones that I had that are this size too also did come with a bigger valve in them. But these new ones, they kind of go to these simple ones. But again, you can't complain for like $10 or $11. But with this, see, that's going to be a very slow go, you know, to let that out. Because it's got to come all the way through that valve, right there. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's barely moving, okay? So your best bet is let that just do its own thing. Take it, set it off to the side, let it deflate. So take it out of the tent, throw it over there on the side where you're taking everything down, and then deal with that. Because that's kind of a bummer. Where this one, am I on this side? Nope, of course not. That would be too easy. So if we spin this, and put this here, with this valve right here, I can do a couple things. I can pull that, doesn't do anything because that's the fill valve, okay? But when I take this one out, where's my top of that? Right there. Now that is how you want to drain an air mattress. See, look at that. I mean, this thing will be completely deflated in about 45 seconds. It's just super easy. Nothing to it. You just let it work itself down. So like I said, while you're breaking everything down and getting the rest of the camp broke down, this thing is deflating out of there. When it's all said and done, you are looking at something that fits into about here for a queen size. That one, a third of this size. Much, much more compact. So air mattresses, they're comfortable, they're convenient. They come in a variety of sizes where cots usually come in 1 or 2 sizes, or usually, you know, 26 or 27 inches out to 40 inches. So you get a little variance, but the cots, for example, let's give you another example here. One of the reasons that I just picked up this one is because I went up in the attic and realized that we don't have another queen one left because the mice chewed through the last one we had. But so we didn't have one, so I needed another queen mattress. Why? I have a 10 by 10 tent. Okay, we got a lot of tents, but my 10 by 10 Kodiak canvas tent that I have is 10 foot by 10 foot. So it's 10 foot any way you cut it. Now, we want to get 3 people in there. Okay, if I take 3 40-inch wide cots and I put those in there, that's 120 inches. What's 120 inches? 10 feet. So it would be wall-to-wall cots of the entire thing and just jam-packed full in there with no other room for anything. And then we each just have a cot. Instead, we can use these and put my daughter on this one right here, and me and Tina can be on this one right here, and we are now, we're at 80 inches, so we got plenty of room. We even got a room to have walkway in between us. So this gives us a lot more flexibility, and if we want to go camping and I don't want to have to take my truck and all that crap, this will fit down small enough. Heck, I could even fit one of those in this bag with this. And this is all of our bed systems rather than taking 3 cots and then 3 sleeping pads to put on top of the cots and any of that stuff. Just this one bag and that one pump, this right here would be the size we would need for bedding for 3 people in that tent, and we would gain all the extra room to walk around, and they're dirt cheap and exciting. And if we want to take them down to the beach, when we're camping and we want to go sit down there at the beach, we just grab this thing and drag it down there. They can just lay right on top of this stuff too. Bella will use these and lay out there in the sun and just soak up the rays and look at her phone or listen to an audio book and just live life out there and outside the tent. Want to bring it back in, bring it back in. So what I love about these ones is that they're really tough, really strong material on there. Like I said, can't beat them, can't say enough good things about them. Except the downside, again, you can see this one here, still going to take some time to drain. You can still see how stiff that is. This one is not going anywhere super fast. It's getting there, but it's going to take a few minutes. And so this will be a 5-minute, 7, 10-minute job to be able to pack this one down because of that valve. But again, for the money and the size of a one person and the strength and durability, just one of the trade-offs you deal with. This one is basically just about done anyway. I mean, right now you can almost fold this up so you can see how fast they go. So it only takes a few minutes to put these things away. So there you go. That's my take on air mattresses. That's why we love them so much. And again, you can't beat the price. I mean, if you take these together, you cannot buy a cot, period. You cannot buy one cot for the price that I paid for this, which allows 3 people to sleep comfortably. You could not even buy just one cot, and these will probably keep you warmer and more comfortable. So something to keep in mind. Okay, we love our cots. I have like 7 different styles of cots. We love cots, but air mattresses really do have their place, and they come in real handy. And these are great for when company comes over as well too. They're a win-win on every level, and they're affordable. My advice: Intex models. Links will be down below for you in the description. Thanks for watching.